Hi there, Taurus. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 12th of September. There has been a lot of restlessness at the back of your situation for about 4 years. It's hard to pinpoint, and at times you may have not quite known what to make of this. Almost like an itch that however much you scratch it, it won't quite go away. And this week, the influence that's caused this, which is Uranus, connects with Mars, the planet of drama and action, in a way which could see you getting much more in touch with your deepest needs, especially in terms of your connections to other people. And part of the reason for this is that ever since the start of this month, the start of September, your desire to feel much more fulfilled around the things that give us pleasure in life, whether it's our self-expression, our creativity, using our talents, making the most of our social lives, or perhaps around our romantic situation, if this part of your situation has felt rather blunted, any issues that have been buried away and kept out of sight, or you've just kept the equilibrium going in the situation because your ruler Venus means that you want a certain amount of stability, and the fixed nature of your sign means that change is not always easy. Well, I think this week is almost a precursor for some of the absolutely dramatic events which can start to unfold for you in October. But for now, as Mercury, the planet of communication, twists backwards, so the Sun meets it in the first half of this week, in the part of your scope where you just have to show people what you're made of. Now, Mercury retrograde, of course, has got a reputation of being tricky, but in this instance, I think it can be really good for you. It can concentrate your thinking, this alliance, on what makes you special. And you can ask yourself the big question, are you getting that level of fulfillment which is so important? Of course, Neptune, the planet of dreams, which is in a very idealistic part of your scope, has been clashing with Saturn since the middle of May. And Saturn, like Mars, is in the part of your situation to do with very deep alliances and anything to do from a financial viewpoint in terms of your long-term future and standing. I think what this week is going to do, particularly when you reach Wednesday and your ruler Venus goes into an opposition with Uranus, is however much you're reluctant to rock the boat, something is just going to come into you, which means that somehow or another you do have to have your voice heard. Now, this could just be with your friends if you're single and you feel that perhaps they take you a little bit for granted, and you may show that you've got a depth of purpose and a desire within you that you don't always show. But Mars, alongside Uranus, is also forging a link with Venus in the second half of this week, and this can all be very positive for you if it helps you to tap into what's really essential for you. But I do think some secrets could come to the fore. And then we have the lunar eclipse, which occurs on Friday, which itself is clashing with Mars. So however much you do want to keep things on the straight and narrow, you don't want to rock the boat, you're thinking of other people, I do feel that your deepest desires just have to come to the fore. And whether that means you need to be a lot more enterprising in terms of being playful, creating time to go out and have fun, not being so caught up in drudgery and everyday routines, or it's something more to do with a lack of proper intimacy in a romantic tie. Or if you're footloose and fancy free, spending too much time with your friends that you're not creating the opportunities to go out and make things happen in your own personal situation. Whatever it is, I think there's going to be a big reverberation around your situation this week, which is waking you up to the potential that you have. This potential is not just about this week, Taurus, it's about the next 6 months. And I just feel that you may have to chop through some inner obstacles around security, which is keeping you in a situation which is not necessarily feeding the side of you that needs to be more joyful. It could be a job which isn't very enjoyable. It may be that relationship, or it just may be your own fearfulness is stopping you go for it. But as I say, by October, I really do feel the planets are going to be creating almost a firestorm which can see you make some huge moves, which can absolutely really see you catapulted into a new, much more exciting existence. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.